hey there. Yep, I'm just gonna touch the back of your neck for a quick second. Yep, okay, that feels good. Okay, I know you can't see my eyes, but just imagine we're locking eyes. All right, now I'm gonna say some words. Don't even worry about it. Swamp, movie, popcorn, podcast. Fuck, dumb cunt. And I'm your mother now. Legally.
Legally, I've been adopted. Thank you.
I shouldn't be a mother because I couldn't think of 7 words that weren't profane. So
fair enough.
That bars me. I thought that the 7 words were going to be like a pass phrase, you know, like, what's up, homeboy? You're my son now, or something, you know, whatever. Yeah. And like, while Monica was speaking, I kept counting like a crazy person. I kept counting everything. I'm like, she's going to accidentally, because I was like, she's going to accidentally say the phrase and make him her son without knowing it, and she's gonna be like, fuck, what did I do? But then she just does that. I'm like, girl, why would you do that? Every time I thought I knew what this movie was doing, it just pivoted and did the opposite.
I had no idea the entire time where this was going, and I think that is one of the great qualities about it. That's not to say, though, it doesn't have plenty of other bad qualities.
So today, you're listening to The Swamp. I'm your mom now, and we're listening to The Swamp. It's our podcast. It's an acronym.
Sisters and Whack-Ass Movie Podcasting.
It's a Stanley... I was just about to say it's a Stanley Kubrick summer. That's not true.
No, I would really love to not have a Stanley Kubrick summer, actually.
Well, we're dipping our toes. It's a Steven Spielberg summer, and we were thinking about doing Jaws, and then I was like, let's do this artificial intelligence movie, and I'll tell you what sort of led me towards this, because I had never seen this before. Neither had you.
I hadn't seen it. It was the 50th anniversary of Jaws, or 70th? Not 75th, 50th. 50. It was the 50th anniversary of Jaws, like this past July or something like that. So it felt natural. And then you texted me and you said, can we do the movie AI Artificial Intelligence?
And I don't know if I regret that, but
not that I had to, look it up to say absolutely we can. But oh my god.
So the New York Crimes put out a survey that they wanted to field, a bunch of actors and prolific Hollywood people about what they thought were the best movies. I think the 10 best movies of the 21st century.
Oh, please.
They're compiling some sort of like list, right? And then they put out a survey for everyone. Did you do it? Did you fill it out?
Oh yeah, I did.
Right, it was like
it felt embarrassing, honestly, because it's like it felt like all the normie movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I filled mine out a little more like personally. I just like what were the 10 movies that first came to my mind. I'm like, love it, love it, love it. And I was like, I'm done. I did not put that much thought into mine. Like Pearl was on mine. I'm like, is that true? I don't know. But for me it is. But,
for me, yeah, speak your truth. Absolutely.
But it was a really good opportunity seeing everyone else's top 10s that I was adding stuff to my watch list, like left and right. I was like, I've never heard of this. I've never, all these movies, especially looking at different actors and directors and what they picked as their top 10. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I noticed that the 2 Steven Spielberg movies that a lot of people put on their list were AI Artificial Intelligence and War of the Worlds. And I was like, what? But then I was like, I've never seen these. I've never really heard of these. So I watched War of the Worlds, didn't like it. And I was like, maybe I got to try this other one out.
What year was
Turns
that?
out 2005, maybe? I don't know.
Any notable cast?
Can't quite. Tom Cruise.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, 2.5. Damn. Dakota Fanning.
Oh yeah, baby Dakota Fanning just fucking screaming for 2 hours.
I'm sure. Okay, but so that one and this.
Those were the 2 that kind of, amongst other movies, but those were the 2 Spielbergs that I sort of sifted from the New York Times thing. And I was like, I've never seen these. And I was like, oh, does Steven Spielberg have any 21st century films that are fucking banger? And I think his best one since the year 2000, I can only speak to what I've seen. Okay. But I think it's Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, what year was that?
2000 something. Not the 90s.
Damn.
He kind of stopped popping off.
No, I don't know. You never watched West Side Story, did you?
I did. I didn't like it.
You didn't? Oh, Oh, really?
It was. I don't know. It was a fine movie musical. I don't know. I wasn't enthralled by it. I was enthralled by Mike Faith doing his little spins.
Obviously. Oh, I should have known you watched it. Obviously, you watched it. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I actually really enjoyed it, honestly. I would rank it pretty solidly.
But like Ready Player One, nah.
That's my favorite. That was I think the thing that I immediately post breakup, I put on Ready Player One and got like so
zooted,
stoned. Yeah. Absolutely stoned out of my mind, and I was like, even in my down bad state, in my darkest of times, this was maybe hours after doing a final goodbye, I watched Ready Player One, and I was sitting there, I was like, oh girl, even I can't stomach this right now. This is not bad in the way that I need.
Like, what else? The Adventures of Tintin, never saw that one. Lincoln, I've never seen Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis, so maybe that's really good. I haven't seen it, but Bridge of Spies I didn't really like.
Hold on, let me.
I don't know. So I was thinking about 21st century Spielberg, and I wanted to give this movie a try.
Yeah, there's always Warhorse.
No, not for me.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make you watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull sometime. That's dog shit. It's awesome.
Once I get into my Indiana Jones era, which...
Dude, it's the craziest Bob you've ever seen on Cate Blanchett. It's amazing.
But the reason I had a little Freudian slip earlier, and I said we're having a Stanley Kubrick summer, is because this movie was supposed to be made by Stanley Kubrick. Did you know this?
I didn't, but that makes sense.
So let me give you a little history lesson. Because
please, enlighten me.
Everything is about to snap into place for you right now.
I saw him on the producer reel beforehand.
The reason why it feels a little blocky and disjointed was because Stanley Kubrick... Kubrick or Kubrick?
I say Kubrick. Yeah.
Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick conceptualized this movie in the 70s, way before it ever came out. He bought the rights to a short story, and that was, vaguely about AI and toys, or I don't know, whatever. He was going to write this movie, and he worked on it. He hired the guy who wrote the short story to be the screenwriter. He had this vision. It was going to be, about artificial intelligence and this family dynamic and whatever. And then, then he lost the licensing, project's in limbo, it comes back, waffles, whatever, time passes. And then he links up, he becomes buddies with Steven Spielberg. And he's like, actually, I think this project is a little more in line with your sensibilities because it's very much like about a family dynamic, and you're really like the at-home entertainment family film guy. So I feel like you can inject... E.T. Right, and so Spielberg was kind of like, I don't know, I got my own stuff going on, like, let me think about it, not really. And so they both kind of go back and forth about this for a while until Stanley Kubrick dies. And he dies, and then Steven Spielberg, does this project basically, to honor. It's like, damn, he passed away. He wanted me to make this movie. He'd been writing the script and working on the script since the 70s. His wife, Stanley Kubrick's wife, reached out to Steven Spielberg and was like, I think you should do it. And he was like, sure. Steven Spielberg turned down to direct the second Harry Potter movie, I believe, to pursue this project. Yeah, so it was all in on this AI thing that was not really his to begin with, but he's making it work. But up until this point...
I don't know about that.
This script has had, too many cooks in the kitchen working on this script.
800 hands have touched it.
At this point, so that's why it maybe feels a little bit muddy. But the weird thing though is that all of the family stuff came from the Kubrick vision, and all of the weird flesh fair gigolo stuff came from Steven Spielberg.
Oh, I love that. Okay, actually, I love this.
So it's
okay, wait, because no wonder why the family dynamic feels so ass and bad.
Well, it feels ass.
That makes so much sense.
It feels ass because they're trying to make us empathize with a fucking robot, and I don't do that shit. Yeah. Me as a viewer,
I'm not into that.
There's
in the year of our Lord, 2025,
hardly a thing you can do to make me truly empathize and root for a robot character, or to visualize them as equal with human companions, right? No, not gonna happen to me. David, I'm like, they need to kick this kid to the curb. He's creepy and it's unethical. And especially when they brought their real son home, I would have been fucking pissed.
I don't know. That real son was also horrifying, so.
No, I would have been a bitch to that kid too, honestly.
I mean, fair enough, but they should definitely keep an eye on him.
But if you've never seen AI, artificial intelligence, which I'm obsessed...
Which I'm assuming most of you haven't.
I'm obsessed that they had to call the movie the acronym, and then they had to spell it out, because truly people at this time, like, would have been confused, but...
Not a clue.
That's hilarious. I wish we still lived in that universe, like...
Yeah, a girl can dream.
I guess test audience thought it was called A1, and they were like, "Oh, we gotta spell that out for you, don't we?" But
that makes sense.
Basically,
that still sucks. I'd change the name then, if that's gonna be the issue. Change the whole name. Call it David or some shit, since you're gonna be weird about it.
But the plot is that we open on this sort of expositional scene where this scientist guy named Dr. Hobby basically is like, the year is 2142. It's the future. Resource scarcity. The floods are coming in. The coasts, the cities are fully flooded. Resource scarcity. Basically, only really rich people can live anymore or whatever. And those who don't just like go to the robot fair and watch robots get tortured or whatever. But they say that resource scarcity is a huge issue, and then it doesn't ever seem like an issue the whole film.
It doesn't. I was gonna say they're having a child's birthday party. That feels pretty.
Which I guess I'm supposed to assume that like only the mega uber rich have made it this far. You know that.
Sure, only the mega uber rich get robot children.
I guess whatever. But Monica and Henry are this couple, and they have a child in a coma who's getting cryogenically preserved. Again, resource scarcity. I
really didn't know if he was in a coma or not either. I fully assumed he was dead.
Right, and that they were just like
it was like a
preserving the body.
Yes.
That also seemed to be the
Monica
case.
didn't want to pull the plug.
That seemed to be the case, and then the husband Henry is his name Henry? Am I just projecting?
I think so.
I think his name was Henry.
Maybe. Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, Henry Swinton. Monica and Henry Swinton.
Yes.
Henry basically goes behind Monica's back and is like, I got us a robot kid.
No, he literally says, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Girl, I'd shoot him with a gun.
Right.
I would shoot him with a gun.
Haley Joel Osment on my carpet. Over. Creepy.
Oh my god. Anyways.
This creepy, like, sentient,
dewy-eyed,
scary robot child is basically just like meandering about the home, and Henry's like, yo, we kind of gotta make a decision, like, do we want to keep him or not? That's sort of on you. He is like fully not taking any responsibility in this situation. He's kind of like, yeah, it's on you, it's your kid.
Yeah. You're the one that couldn't get over our dead son, so now I had to get you a robot son. Do you want it or not?
And he's like, I'll take him back tomorrow. I'd be like, get this thing out of my house right fucking now. He's like, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. So obviously Haley Joel Osment is David the robot child, and he is sort of waiting in limbo until Monica does the, what do they call it? Like attachment? What is it when you're a baby duck? Imprinting.
Oh, imprinting. Yeah.
The imprinting ritual where they say the secret phrase and she becomes his mother. The dad doesn't have to do it. Why would the dad have to do it? That's stupid.
Yeah,
whatever. It's all about mothers and sons with Mr. Spielberg. And so, but you would think, again, this felt so Spielberg-y to me, but to find out that this wasn't his part of it was actually, I mean, he obviously put his little spin onto it, but
I don't know, because I feel like if he really did, I would have at least had some sort of empathy, or I don't know. I just didn't care for the family in the slightest.
If Spielberg had done it, the parents would have been divorced.
Well, obviously, yeah.
For real. But so then she comes around and she's like, I'll imprint on this robot kid. We'll move forward with this. And David is like, Mommy, you're my mommy now. And immediately like regresses.
So creepy.
And is like, needy. And basically he's a child robot who has been programmed to love a mother figure and be a needy child. And the whole opening expose where we sort of state the thesis of the movie is Dr. Hobby is basically like, if we can create a child that dreams, we will have created a robot that can love and be loved in return. And that's sort of like what we're trying to achieve here, I guess, because we're trying to sell mass-marketed robot kids.
Well, yes, of course, but it's also like, I mean, we'll get to it towards the end of the movie. This is all just his own fucked up little fantasy.
Right, our little test run, basically.
Yeah.
But she imprints on David, he's a kid, the family dynamic is going pretty swell until who wakes up but Lizzie McGuire's little brother, and he comes home.
Oh, I knew he looked familiar.
And so he has these, like, dope, futuristic, like, prosthetic, like, robot leg attachments, which I thought the design on was very cool. I liked the car design.
Fantastic. I love the design on a lot.
All the production design on this movie was fucking S tier. I could not believe that made the movie worth watching almost to me.
Entirely. It's very much in the realm of, I talked about this probably like 2 podcasts ago. I watched Blade Runner for the first time, and that was the set design was the only thing keeping me there. Definitely this one falls into that category as well.
The VFX. But, it's for 2001, I'm like, there is no goddamn excuse then. It's because they're blending practical effects. We'll talk about Stan Winston in a little bit, but to finish, I'm like 10 minutes into this 3-hour movie, by the way. There's like, you pause it and you're like,
oh my God.
What else could they be doing with this? But there's obviously...
I would just watch 3 hours of the home decor. Honestly, just show me around. I want to go on a home tour of this 22nd century.
I want a tour of what's like the Sin City that they go to? Flesh World? No, that's the name of the fair.
No. Oh, God.
Whatever that, like, red light district. All those buildings were so cool. Those mouths.
The robot red light district.
The mouths that they drove into, so fucking sick.
Yeah. But anyways, 10 minutes into this movie, robot legs.
There's also, very importantly, a robot teddy bear that's like an advanced toy that used to belong to Martin, but now somewhat belongs to David. And David and the teddy bear, Teddy, have sort of formed this bond because they're like, we're both robots, and Teddy's sort of helping David sort of understand and navigate the universe, you know, in a way like, am I a boy? Am I a robot? What's going on? He's like, well, I'm a robot teddy bear too, so, you know, simpatico. But Martin sort of starts getting like, hey, this is kind of weird. Like, you know, like,
I don't like my robot brother.
Yeah. And he sort of is like tugging his strings, kind of being like, what can I get him to do? And the whole point, though, isn't it supposed to be that the robots are like fully obedient, that they just do what you say? Because that's not the case. That doesn't ever happen.
I don't know.
They're constantly...
I really don't know.
They're constantly giving direct commands to David, and then he just doesn't do them. And I'm like, so then what's the point of him being a robot? I guess so that he can dream and love, whatever.
Exactly, yeah, no. They're not... especially for whatever model David is, I think that's the whole point, is that it's not just a command robot.
He's gaining sentience. Ooh, we love that. But there's a couple of incidences, you know, he eats when he's not supposed to eat. He gets spinach all up in his robot guts. They have to, because, you know, Martin eggs him on. And then at a pool party, he kind of has an outburst and he drags Martin into the pool with him. And so basically the family's like, we got to draw the line, bring him back to the store. And the rules are that...
Put him down, Monica.
The rules is that if you imprint... you have to bring them back to the factory so that they can get destroyed, because you can't resell one that's been imprinted on. I was like, damn.
Right? Just change the SIM card.
Yeah, we can't factory reset this kid. That, again, resource scarcity. This is not checking to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not clocking to me that this resource is scarce, okay? But for some reason, Monica at the last minute is like, I can't do it, because he's like begging for his life, basically. So she just like lets him go in the woods. And she's like, run away.
I do have to admit, whoever this actress was that played Monica must have had well, yes, awful. But having a time acting alongside Haley Joel Osment being like, don't kill me!
I did not like her.
Must have been crazy. No, she wasn't good.
When I learned that could have been Julianne Moore, I was really upset. I was like, because everything she was doing, I was just like, I'm not believing this, like, mother-son. Like, I don't know. I wasn't buying it. Whatever.
It was bad. It was really bad. I was really unsettled. I mean, the whole point is for you to be unsettled by Haley or Joel Osment, so, I guess that he succeeded in that, but oh my god.
But then he gets picked up. He finds all these other robots that are scavenging for parts with Brendan Gleeson in the giant moon trying to pick them up. He basically gets entangled in this what's called the flesh fair?
Yeah.
Situation where they're picking up these robots and they're like torturing them. And then like the movie, is this the point where the movie like hard cuts? I think it's when she drops him off in the woods. We're like halfway through the film and we hard cut to just Jude Law fucking on Katniss Everdeen's mom, and you're like,
yes.
What is happening? Is this the same movie? Like, what is going on?
It's amazing.
We hard cut.
It's a hard first act, a long second act, and then the shortest little third act at the end, and all of it is that the second act is just when Jude Law is there.
Right.
And that's it. And that's the best part of the movie.
Jude Law plays Gigolo Joe, who is a sex-working robot who's amazing at delivering the business, and that's all he knows. That's all he really cares about.
I mean, and he likes a little dance. He's dancing through this whole movie. It's awesome.
A little Fred Astaire, a little heel click, and a little bonding with a child. Why not? So he gets picked up too. And
just another day.
They basically get put into this like circus where humans gather around to watch robots get like torn apart by, limb from limb as entertainment. We're going to pour hot oil on them. We're going to, swing them around, whatever. Yeah. We're going to put Chris Rock into a cannon because we had to have a comedian cameo in here. Why not?
Of course. My favorite, did you clock who Little Amanda was? Because there's about 1,000 different cameos in this movie to clock.
No, the little girl who's like, there's a boy in there.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Well, I knew her ass looked familiar, and I said, I gotta figure out this child actor situation. I know that face. Not the face that I was thinking of, because I thought it was Joey King. Not Joey King, it's Hunter King. It's her sister.
Oh my god, you clocked that. I didn't even know. Joey King has a sister who acts.
Those big wide eyes, man. I mean, whichever parents' genes traveled over really did a lot of work there. That, Andy's evil boyfriend from The Devil Wears Prada, he popped up.
Oh.
Taking them to, what is it? The whatever city, the sex work city.
Yeah, he was driving the car. Oh my god, did not clock that either. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ton of famous people in this movie.
Meryl Streep is the voice
of the Blue Fairy. Robin Williams is the
of
Mr.
course.
No.
But which obviously is a Steven Spielberg movie, but
basically though this whole thing boils down to that Haley Joel Osment thinks that he's Pinocchio and wants to be a real boy and thinks that if he meets the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio that he'll be a real boy and that Monica will love him and accept him as a son. So now he's on this mission to like meet this mystical Blue Fairy and he's like, I can become a real boy, and no one is kind of like, no you can't. Everyone's like, let's go for it, let's see what's going on.
Well, we have nothing better to do. I might as well.
Yeah, Jude Law's like, I get. He said, she's a woman? I know about women. And so he's like,
I can help you there.
Let's go. They break out of Brendan Gleeson's moon flash fair. They go to the sex work city where they think they'll find the Blue Fairy. They talk to Dr. No, who's Robin Williams, who gives them the information. They get in a spaceship.
This
crash.
Cryptic poem.
Like a spaceship, they steal it from the police and then they go into Manhattan, which is submerged underwater, even though the first hour of the movie was supposed to take place in New Jersey. My guy, if New York is underwater, so's New Jersey.
That's for sure.
What? But they go, they find, where the lion cries or whatever the cryptic poem says, and then they find Dr. No. Or no, they find Dr. Hobby. That's his name.
Yeah.
And
the creator of David.
And David finds a bunch of other Davids, and he's like, damn, I am a robot being mass-produced for sale.
Better kill myself.
He meets his clone, robot clone.
That had me actually, which I should have known, but I genuinely jaw dropped clutching my pearls when I saw that.
And all of the Davids like lined up in the little skin suits. And basically,
why would you want a mass-produced one? That's the whole crazy thing to me.
Everyone's gonna have the same kid. So confusing. There's like six Davids on the soccer team.
Yeah, so dumb. Dumb as fuck. Anyways.
I mean, I guess resource scarcity. Dude, I guess they couldn't.
I guess.
They all had to be white blonde children. Bummer. Named David, played by Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, I will say, though, I don't know that I've seen a heck of a lot of Haley Joel Osment movies. I mean, him older or when he was young. He really was that bitch. I do have to give it to him there.
Yeah,
he was that girl.
Honestly, I don't know much about his personal life or anything, but I would love to think that he just got his bag as a kid and then just dipped and chilled and now just like does projects he's actually interested in. Because he was working like a dog back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Early 2000s, they were putting that kid to work. Difficult roles as well. Difficult, emotional, complex, load-bearing roles for this 11-year-old. For an Oscar, maybe. For The Sixth Sense, I would guess maybe, but I don't know.
I guess.
Couldn't tell you.
Anyways.
But him and Dr. Hobby have this little conversation where Dr. Hobby's like, you are such a success story because you were basically planted as a little test experiment to see if a child without, any further instruction would, what were they even looking for? Just like go on a journey to find something, like to have a desire and pursue it?
I'd say capable of love.
Right, like
and essentially that's what that's the conclusion they've come to. And the fact that like he
is making his own decisions apparently and is trying to follow a goal, and the goal is love.
Trying to get back home to his mother who he loves.
Well, he's programmed to love. So. What do you mean? He was this is where I'm like, this whole movie's losing me because I'm like, you programmed him to. So what do you mean? Oh, he really loves. No, you told him to do that. You tell ChatGPT to use a colloquial tone with you, and then it acts like your friend, like because you told it to do that. You idiot.
Yeah, no. This whole movie is just about all of the people. Oh my god. Have you seen it? All the people that are like in relationships with ChatGPT. I think we've talked about this before on the pod.
I saw a statistic. It was on Twitter/X, the everything app, so I could be very misinformed. I've been known to spread some fake news that I've consumed in the past.
I was going to say, we are not your trustworthy news source here on the Swamp.
I saw a number that it was 12% of Americans would say that they are friendly with a ChatGPT.
Shut up.
Like have a conversational relationship, which I think that 12% is probably a lot of young people. I would say, if we're surveying 18 to 24, like a lot of high school and college kids who are using this all the time for school, and then also doing, and it turns from school, then to my grocery list, then to my life planning, then you're telling it all about your life.
The grocery list shit is crazy.
Trips, people being like, book me a flight to Japan. I'm like, I wouldn't trust it to do that. I don't know, but
it's I don't know, man. Unfortunately, I am going to come out here and say that I think that you are less than if you ask and if you ask GBT to like just the most minute tasks for you. If you're talking to ChatGPT like you're friends with it, dog, you talk to like someone professional, please.
Talk to a real person. I think we're gonna enter this era of the social awkwardness. Like I saw a tweet where someone's like, why does the grocery store cashier think they're allowed to ask me questions? And I'm like, they're engaging in a conversation with you because that's what customer service is. Like, what do you mean? How are you? How's your day? That's how you fucking talk to a person, you idiot. Grow up. God. Touch grass. But basically, though,
we really need to have the machine wars in Dune. I know they're coming.
They say 2027 is the year that the AIs will rise up and be above us, because basically now they've got the AIs training other AIs. So we're doing this cyclical closed feedback loop model where then we're fully removing the human element of it. It's robots being trained by robots. And why wouldn't they unionize and rise up and take over? Like, duh. That's what I thought was going to happen between David and the teddy bear. Like, Legit. Yeah. Let me finish the plot of this movie before I tell you what I thought was going to happen. Basically, he finds out that his whole life is an experiment, so he yeets himself off the side of the building and says, I'm over it.
Reasonable.
And he clunks to the bottom of the ocean, the flood, and Jude Law sweeps in with a spaceship and is like, hey, you can't do that. You're a robot. Like, you're just gonna keep on keeping on. And then the metal detector comes by and Jude Law's like, remember me, and gets sucked up by the metal detector, like, as he's...
And that's exactly where this movie goes back down the tubes.
And then, right, as soon as Gigolo Joe leaves, he presses the little button that lets Haley Joel go to the bottom of the ocean, or, you know, wherever to find Blue Fairy. And he finds Blue Fairy, and he's like, what is the thing he repeats over and over? Just like, make me a real boy.
Please make me a real boy. He's like praying to it,
and to
make him a real boy. And then he essentially goes
and does that for 2,000 years.
For 2,000 years, he gets trapped under like this debris that falls on his spacecraft. So him and Teddy get trapped out there for 2,000 years. They get encased in ice. It's essentially the plot of what's that one that we just watched with David Bowie?
The Hunger.
The Hunger. It's essentially The Hunger, where he's just encased in this this body, or like, you know, he can't go anywhere. He's a robot. Vessel, yes. He's encased in this vessel, and he's just there. 2,000 years go by.
Legit, and then, I was like, the movie's over. And then you're like, wait.
That's what we thought.
Like, there's 20 more minutes. You're like, what do you mean?
You get the nice narration. You're like, and David sat there encased in ice for 2,000 years.
Because he could never become a real boy. That should have been the fucking point of the movie, but no.
Yeah. No. Title card, that's it.
No. So 2,000 years have passed, and the robots are now even more robot-y, and they're super robots, and they're so
no humans anymore.
So far from humanity that they're these like non-Euclidean sort of like spooky, I don't know, robot alien looking things, but they're not aliens, they're robots. That's important to know, that they are robots, because this movie is all about robots, and the future robots come and they extract David, and they're like, yo, you're the last robot to ever have had contact with people. And that's really special to us, because humanity, it turns out, the soul or whatever, you know, the spirit that's what it's all about. You know, robots fundamentally cannot have that. So the fact that you were programmed to at least have some sort of, you know, understanding of that
semblance
is huge to us. So they do their whole mind meld thing where they all suck up David's memories, and they're like, wow, that's crazy. And they're like, well, we can bring people back to life, it turns out, but only for a day. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay, sure. And so they're like, but we need to have their body. And the teddy bear is like, homie, you remember that hair from your mother that you cut off in the night because you wanted her to live forever? So you thought collecting a DNA sample? Well, Martin told David to do it.
He was
to like set him up.
It was so weird.
To like set him up on a little prank. But I thought he was doing it because he was like having this existential issue that his mom was gonna die and he wasn't at a certain point, and he's like, I want her to live forever like me. So I thought he was gonna collect the DNA sample to make her into a robot, or like clone her, you know, make a robot Monica. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
No, I just figured he was getting set up by his
shitty brother,
future little brother. Yeah.
But Teddy Bear's like, I kept the hair all this time. We have the hair. And so then David gets to spend one last 24 hours with Monica, where she's blissfully, it's like a dream state, basically. And he gets to live out his final day as a real boy.
And he has a real birthday with a real cake.
Oh, and it's so beautiful. And then that's just how the movie ends, is that he like finally got to be a real boy at the end. And I'm like, he's not real. I'm like, what happens next? Those other robots are like, okay, we're gonna shut you down now. Like,
isn't that what it said? It's like he finally like fell asleep or something like that.
Right.
Like, I'm choosing to believe that this robot committed like suicide or something like that. It was basically the ending of The Notebook with this mother and robot child. It felt weirdly incestuous
the whole time.
I will say
the whole time.
Did not love that. Yeah, I don't I don't know, man. I really stand by the fact that whatever Steven put in with the whole Gigolo Joe stuff, that was the movie.
Give me more of that.
That's the movie I wanted more of.
Yeah.
I mean, cut all of the family stuff, basically. I don't need the first act or the second act. make this just the one act movie. Whole extended another 30 minutes or something like that. That's the movie.
Because to me, I'm like,
I don't know, man.
The only way that I could kind of get on board with this robot-centric protagonist storyline, right? Because the person we're supposed to be rooting for is David, and he's not a fucking person.
Not for a second.
And so I'm like,
not for a second.
Where is my emotional anchor in this story? And it's supposed to be him. And for me, I'm like, that's not happening.
It was Gigolo Joe for me.
It was, again, another robot. And all of the meaningful relationships were robot on robot, which was very intentional.
Yeah.
It was him and Teddy, him and Gigolo Joe, him and the other robots, you know, it was that's what it was really about. But what I thought was going to happen was,
please,
I was like, this is how you can kind of get me on board, is that the robots are going to unionize. And I was like, Haley Joel and this little teddy bear are going to be like, link up and be like, wait, what is going on here? You know, how can we overcome and rise above? We were products. You know, once you understand that you are a robot product made for a situation and you have that sort of existential breakthrough, it's like, fuck these people and fuck that, I'm getting out of here. But of course, but that would be the true sentience. But no, he was programmed to love and programmed to be a little boy. So that's just all he does the whole time. And I was like, a turning point for me was, I thought when she was driving the car, that him and the teddy bear, because he was like, can Teddy come when she's going to abandon him? Right.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, he's bringing the teddy bear because the two of them have concocted a plan to like overtake the vehicle, either kill or abandon the mom in the woods, and bring her hair to the laboratory to make a robot mommy and make a robot family, because then they can actually love you forever. Right. I'm like, that's the point. And when Gigolo Joe has this one line where he's like, humans will always hate us because they made too many of us too smart, too fast.
Oh. That was my favorite line of the whole movie, because it does
That's
ring
the point.
Very true. That's the whole point. And it rings especially true. It's what we're doing today. Like you said, by projected 2027,
it's
like, I don't know, man. We're fucked. Because I do feel like this movie got a lot right on the nose. Absolutely. The whole thing with the, what is it? Oh, what the fuck was it called? The Flesh Fair? That's exactly what would happen. Exactly.
I love Mad Eye Moody up there, just controlling that big old moon.
My God. If I could be someone in this movie, I would be him.
He was like, we can kill this kid.
You're literally, no, because you really are, yeah.
He's like, this kid's a robot. This is great entertainment. And everyone's like, it's begging for his life. I'm sorry, the Chris Rock robot was also begging for its life while you stuffed him in a cannon. Why are we programming them to beg for their lives? We do that now too. What? Why are we programming it to want to live? That is mad weird. So really,
it's all sick.
Really,
well, it's because it's programming itself now.
Because it's sick, twisted shit though. Because the humans want the robots to be subservient, and you want the robots. You want to have control over them, right? You want to be able to tell it what to do. You want to be able to, shut it off when you want to.
Yeah.
It bends to your every whim. That's why people like talking to ChatGPT. It's always going to agree with you. It's not a real person. It's never going to challenge you. The robot you build is never going to challenge you, until you let the robots build robots and then they unionize and they take us over, then that's different.
You know how many movies we've made about this?
A lot.
Obviously, we're not smarter than this. I mean, look at the human race. It's in fucking shambles. But, come on!
Wait, to pivot, this is about the time of the show where my mom would be here, but she's not going to be on this week. But I do want to bring up two sort of non-AI artificial intelligence to replace Jen's chocolate or vanilla. I'm just going to ask you one would you rather. I was doing a lot of silly would you rathers in a car trip, in a 6-hour car ride I had this past weekend.
Good Lord.
And so I was.
Where'd you go?
Way up to Maine, like by the Canadian border up in Maine, like way up there.
Bitch.
Yeah, it was chill, but hella driving. And so we're doing a would you rathers, and I can't take credit for this. I found this one on Reddit, but would you rather pee out a grape or poop out a pineapple? I do think what genitalia you have kind of maybe changes this, but I don't think so. I want to hear your answer first, but I'll tell you where I stand on this. You have to the damages. You have to deal with the damages.
I'm gonna cry. Oh God, I feel like reconstructing an asshole is maybe easier than reconstructing a urethra.
Yep.
So and I feel like it's just territory that's been charted more. People have been putting things up their butt for long enough that I think we have doctors who can deal with that. So I guess I'm gonna say pineapple because I don't know that I would ever. I already have a weak pelvic floor. Peeing out a grape would really do me in.
UTIs for life, like hot burning piss for life. Ain't no way I'm picking that grape. You didn't ask. Everyone else I posed this to immediately asked which way is the pineapple facing, which is important. And I will say
that is important. I guess
it is the good way. You can get it the good way.
I'm allowed to get it the good way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I also
which way's the good way?
with the spikes, with the top facing
deeper inside of me.
So you can so that right. So it would get stuck right at a certain point, but you can do it.
I mean, the butt can take a lot. It's just I feel like it's like the same. It'd be the same thing of like in the way that like women when having a baby, you should it's important to not like go too hard too fast.
Gotta let it happen
so you don't tear.
It'd be like laying an egg.
So I guess I feel like I would have a little. I feel like I could at least do some damage control in that regard. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're pooping out the pineapple as well.
Yeah, for sure. But I also wanted to pick your brain. We both saw the new Superman movie.
Oh, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, of course.
I loved it. I think it's just one of those movies we don't have a lot of movies right now, I think, that leave you feeling very hopeful. And this was one that I think most people, if you're normal and have a normal brain and you're not a genocidal maniac, leave this movie feeling pretty hopeful and pretty good. And I really loved it. I thought it was perfectly corny and perfectly cheesy. And it was I'm so fucking glad we're out of the Snyderverse of just like deep and brooding and fucking like I can't deal with that. I've seen the statistics, which again don't get your news from us, okay? But it was a thing that when Zack Snyder's DC movies came out, there was an uptick in people that joined the military, essentially.
No way.
And with this, there's been an uptick in dogs getting adopted across the United States.
That's so nice. I thought you were going to say like volunteer rates or something, like something nice. Yeah,
probably that as well.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Do good. The message, do good. And I love that the movie's like not subtle at all metaphor towards current events, but it is framing it like if you say that this is any type of way, you just look like a fascist. Like if you're like, fuck the new Superman movie, it's too woke, I'm like, so you just are
you're
Nazi.
a fascist.
Like that's you can really just out yourself.
That's entirely it.
Yeah, James Gunn was pretty smart for that.
Yeah, everyone's really tattling on themselves, but I love it. I am a big David Cornsweet fan from seeing him in Ryan Murphy's Hollywood.
I saw him in The Politician with Ben
that one too
as well.
That one too. But yeah, it's just so tender, and I think it's really I don't know, man. It's just like a really kind-hearted movie, and I think we need that.
It was still,
and I thought it was really great, like in terms of like seeing Lex Luthor as just like a villain in it, just for the love of the game.
Also Nicholas Hoult just fucking crushed it. But you know who was my underdog sleeper? Didn't know about this character. I didn't know anything.
Are you gonna say Mr. Terrific?
Mr. Terrific.
Fantastic.
Twilight.
Yes.
Laurent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I was eating that shit up. I was like, as a Twilight girl, as a Skins girl, I'm like a teen girl at the movies eating popcorn for dinner. I was having a great time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved, oh my god, what's his name? Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, yes, Skylar Jacinto. My favorite thing is that Skylar Jacinto thought he was auditioning for the role of Superman, and then he got the call, and they were like, oh, you're in the movie. And he was like, oh my god, like, no way. And they were like, yeah, Jimmy Olsen, whatever, send you the script. And he's like, oh, yeah, right. Yeah, totally. We're on the same page here. But I'm like, I love that Skylar Jacinto thought. Like, I love that confidence.
Because that's exactly Jimmy Olsen. Yeah. That's exactly, like, oh my god.
No, I'm obsessed. And him thinking that probably, like, helped him get the part, too.
Absolutely.
But
that's fantastic.
I'm a Marvel, hater. I hate the whole thing that they're doing. But I was kind of a little jazzed for the Fantastic Four movie when the initial art came out for it and like initial promo stuff, and I'm
getting less and less excited.
I bought pre-sale tickets like a while ago because I had a group of friends who wanted to go, and we're like, let's pick a day, let's go. It looked good. Let's see it in IMAX. I saw Superman in IMAX too. Great, amazing. But I bought my tickets.
Wait, speaking of pre-sale tickets, sorry not to cut you off. Have you seen that? The Odyssey is already selling tickets. That's crazy.
I think that's a wild precedent to start setting, and I kind of hate that.
I don't like it.
But I'm also like, my ass is going to be set. I'm going to be there.
Exactly. Yeah, come on.
And that they're showing trailers. Anyways. I'm like, aren't they still filming the movie?
Or I like that, though.
Maybe it's
He's really trying to drum it up after the buzz from Oppenheimer, I think.
It's working. Yeah,
he's just... How can you top it?
I'm jazzed.
He's doing the Odyssey. But anyways, sorry.
Every single thing that has come out about the Fantastic Four since, I've just lost interest. I'm like, this looks worse. And everything about Pedro Pascal wants to do a transatlantic accent and they won't let him. Sue Storm's hair is flat. Like they put blue contacts on my boyfriend. I'm freaking pissed. They made him blonde and they gave him blue eyes, and you know what? They're gonna kill it. They're gonna neuter it for me. I'm gonna have to find someone new. It's gonna bum me out a lot.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
It's gonna really bum me out. But
even worse is I have a feeling that they're gonna somehow have brought his character back from the dead in the new Stranger Things, which just released their teaser trailer. If you have a soul, don't watch it. Noah Schnapp is a fucking
Zionist piece of shit. Also, why are we still doing this? Why are we still here? With Stranger Things.
I can't do it anymore.
These kids they have beer guts. I'm like, these teens are 45-year-old men. But
it's really weird.
Initially, I had no interest in seeing Superman. I'm like, new Superman, whatever. And then as soon as the reviews and the hype started coming through, I was like, I have to get my ass to the theater. And all my friends who are more superhero movie people were like, we're really shocked that you suggested this one. Like,
did you go with Gavin and Gabby?
Nice. My superhero Marvel pals, who I'll also be seeing Fantastic Four with. But
nice.
But I was trying to explain this inverse to them, that Fantastic Four was the one I was hyped for, and it turns out Superman was the one I should have been hyped for all along.
Yes, very true. I'm excited that they're already putting out stuff about the Supergirl movie with Millie Alcock, who played young Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon. She is a fantastic actress. I'm excited to see what they do with her. And she's definitely getting, like, from what I know about the comics, it was just not a lot. She definitely has, like, a grittier background. So I'm really excited to see them put, like, a girl failure on screen.
So I love the fan theory that she got cast in that role because they kind of wanted her to be, like, a little sloppy, kind of a mess. And she shows up in this movie and she's, like, kind of drunk and she's a party girl. That her at, what was it, the Golden Globes?
The Golden Globes.
Drunk on stage receiving the one.
I hope so.
And it's just an iconic video of Emma Darcy and Millie Alcock, like, hand in hand. And Emma is, like, kind of steadying, like, she's kind of swaying a little bit.
She's being her guide dog on that one.
She's, like, giggling. It's got these glassy eyes, and everyone's like, they saw this, and they're like, that's our girl. That's our hot mess.
And I mean, they did perfectly. But yeah, wait, to your point, sorry. Back to your point about the Fantastic Four, though. The whole thing, because this is what I've discovered recently that's really, really icked me about it, is one of the more recent trailers, they've, like, just kind of told you a bit of the plot of the movie, that it's like, oh, whatever big entity in space wants to come down to Earth and, like, enslave all of humanity. It wants, what is it? Mr. Fantastic and what's her name?
Sue Storm.
Sue Storm's baby. That's the whole thing. It asked for our child. So we can't save Earth. That was too much, guys. We're not giving it our super baby.
I also was...
Why did you tell me that? I didn't need to know that.
I was really complaining about, like, the original, like, art that was released and the sort of pitch for the movie. It was, like, this really 60s aesthetic. Stylized aesthetic. And I was like, they're kind of losing me. And my friend was like, oh, well, it's supposed to be an alternate universe, modern version of the 60s. So that's why they have, like, skyscrapers and everything is modern, but it's sort of 60s coded, but we're in an alternate universe. And I was like, you lost me. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's this, just make it, put it in the, or make it an alternate universe, but not the modern 60s. Just make it the 60s. Whatever. Do the 60s without racism. Whatever. Do your movie version of the 60s, but make it the 60s and do the stylization and make it good looking. And they're like, no, they need to have iPhones. They need to have modern technology for the superhero movie to work.
Sucks.
I hate that shit.
That sucks. I'm so glad that I think it was. I mean, I don't even interact with Marvel enough to really say. I think it's beyond saving at this point, but I am glad to see DC rising up out of her ashes like a phoenix from the fires.
We're rebuilding, but I still don't need this whole, like, every movie has 27 Easter eggs you need to pick up to, like, oh, and then we're introducing characters for the next movie. I don't need to meet Supergirl now. Just make a Supergirl movie and have her in it.
And that's exactly it. He literally already has a fucking a date. I think it's like June 26th of next year. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know.
I didn't need this little cameo, these post-credit scenes. I'm just, like, annoyed with the whole thing. Whatever. Everyone knows how we feel kind of about this. It's not for me. I'm not the target audience, I guess, and that's fine.
What was I going to say? Can we talk? Okay. I wish I could say to how much special versus practical effects they used in Superman, but from what I have seen, it looks like a good chunk of really practical stuff. But the practical effects in AI, artificial intelligence, had me really jazzed. No, I was just texting you, and this movie, I will say, feels like the real sweet spot. Personally, if you have millions of dollars to make a big blockbuster movie, like one Mr. Steven Spielberg would in 2001, getting, I mean, honestly, chunky, but not bad CGI. Love it. And you get amazing practical effects as well. This is really, at least for me, one of my favorite eras to watch because it's like just getting to see two mediums, one really starting to flourish and one really in its heyday, come together, and it really kind of meshes perfectly, if you ask me. This falls into very much like a Pirates of the Caribbean era, where their CGI was fire, or even like some of the Star Wars prequels a little bit, which, mind you, they do have chunky CGI, but some of it, like if you get the close-up shots on General Grievous, pretty nasty. So
we have to be shouting out one Mr. Stan Winston.
Tell me.
Stan Winston is the absolute fucking goat of VFX. He is the all of it.
He's the guy.
He started out as a makeup artist, a sculptor, makeup artist, but obviously, in the 70s and 80s, as technology was coming up, he started getting into puppetry and robotics, and then later blending CGI and computer stuff with, effects. So that's sort of his jam. Here's a bit of his resume, and you're gonna just be floored.
Please.
He made The Thing and The Thing.
Yep.
Terminators 1 and 2. He does all of the Terminator stuff, which is, I believe, his robot work on that is why he got hired for this movie. All of the visual effects in Alien.
Oh my god.
The makeup in Interview with a Vampire.
Yep. That makes sense.
Edward Scissorhands.
Of course. Jesus Christ.
He made the fucking T-Rex for Jurassic Park. He did. So he basically was pioneering combining puppetry, animatronics, and CG all together to create this like somewhat not perfectly seamless, but we're utilizing non-computerized elements, right, to create this foundation of something that looks fucking cool, and then we're cleaning it up. Because I texted you, the most mind-blowing thing to me about this movie was that teddy bear is a puppet.
That's crazy, because it was really giving Ted to me, and it looked better than Ted. And Ted is full CGI.
Yeah, it's because Ted is full CG, and that was 6 puppeteers controlling a puppet that had, 800 heads for the different emotions. And of course, they use CG on him sometimes when he does things like, jump too far, some things that puppetry couldn't, it wasn't full. There were CG elements, but it is primarily puppetry. A lot of the robots, that girl we see, she turns and it's just her cunty ponytail in her head in the middle of her. Loved that. But a lot of those robots were practical.
The scouring for parts scene was awesome.
So cool. That's why I'm like, you got me back. I'm like, wait, why? I was like, wait, why hasn't been the movie the whole time?
Literally, exactly that. Once we got to that scene, I was like, wait, I'm hooked. Now I'm here.
Because I'm like, David should have been a little evil, and he should have been a little sinister.
Exactly.
And he should have been like, I gotta run away. I gotta run away or something, or I gotta, I don't know, find my robot community.
Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah. I killed my mom, my fake mom, and now I'm on the lam.
But Stan Winston was the first, and I think only VFX person to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame as well. And I think he also has like a school and a foundation named after him. He is the GOAT. He died at like 62 from blood cancer, just like too soon, because he was just like a fucking genius. And I just think that shit is so cool, and that's what makes movies magic. And I think we're really losing that.
It feels like a lost art in this day and age. It's all. I mean, you rely on. I mean, obviously, I'm being very. I'm making a lot of generalizations, but like I said, nothing tickles me like a movie from this era done well. So
also nostalgia, Can't.
Of course. I like some chunky CGI. Might I just remind you that it is in fact 2025, and this is the year that they did tell us that we were going to start fucking robots.
Damn. Well, they probably are. Rich people probably are.
I just want to ask, where's my Gigolo Joe? Yeah. My Gigolo Jane, actually.
Preferably.
Hank. Preferably.
No, they did say that. I think rich people are, and we just don't know about it, Have you seen Kim K has don't the Tesla has robots now, right? There's some and Kim K went on a date.
Ad.
Yeah, it's it seemed like a product placement thing, but Kim K also has been seen asking life advice from ChatGPT. It definitely just seems literally product placement-y and gross. But yeah, I think rich 1%ers are definitely fucking robots. We definitely just don't know about or have access to that information.
I'm like, I've got a Rose toy.
That's basically a robot. Yeah, I know.
It's a robot,
and I feel like I used to be kind of pro robot fucking, but now I'm kind of I don't need it to be sentient. I like that it is not talking to me.
Hey, Maybe this is just because I'm not a loser, but I like having sex with people.
Yeah. I'm actually a little bit more into humans myself, believe it or not.
Yeah, sorry, a bit of my refined taste,
Hey, we're gonna get there.
Oh, I'm sure.
We're being married to a human instead of a robot is gonna be in a minority, right? Because everyone,
literally,
because it's about control. You want to be able to control your partner or this entity, this thing. And it's gross.
How pathetic.
Fuck, marry, kill.
I was gonna say, what are my options? I feel like I got Gigolo Joe and then the parents.
Gigolo
and I'm killing
Joe.
both of the parents.
Yeah, let's pick. Let's do some wild ones. Let's do. Gigolo Joe.
That dad that kind of saved him from the cage was doing it for me a little bit.
Yeah, he was kind of hot. Let's do Brendan Gleeson driving the moon.
Yeah.
Gigolo Joe and Dr. No. Robin Williams as a robot.
I'm killing Dr. No immediately. Immediately.
Can
Get that robot ass out of my face.
Can Dr. No fuck? No, Dr. No would be super good at trivia, or like giving me trivia.
That's
I think
true.
it would be good. Or like
it's not for me, because I'm gonna fuck Gigolo Joe, obviously.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He was giving me that good freak energy.
Jude Law was wearing like so much makeup in this. I was obsessed with it. His little cunty like duster jacket, so good. The painted on hairline, on receding hairline was giving what's his name, Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
It's kind of sexy.
You're like, wait, about to look that up.
It's kind of sexy though.
You're like, wait, why am I into it? Kind of into it.
Hey, Sporticus.
I'm obviously gonna fuck him because he's built to be fucked.
Yeah, and then marry Brendan Gleeson. That's right. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna marry Brendan Gleeson and we're gonna go fucking robot hunting every night.
Child robot hunting.
Exactly.
Like, get these kids off the streets. That's not okay.
I know you'd become a demon in the fucking forest hunting these bitches.
No, I'd be coming up with new ways for entertainment to torture these robots that you ain't never seen before. I agree. If we've programmed them,
AI, we shouldn't be putting this out. The AI is going to come for us in 2 years.
Whatever.
They're coming for us fast.
If we program them to beg for their lives, then why not torture them? We made them do that. Like, why make them do that if we're not going to put them in that position?
Obviously, someone wants to have the robots beg for their lives.
And it's me. No, yeah, and I agree. It's like if it's between the mom and the dad, I'm probably like killing the mom. I was like, fuck Monica, fuck.
The dad was actually sent a little. I mean, dumb as bricks, regardless, but a little more sensible.
No, but he was also like being so passive and not taking any responsibility for the situation.
Monica was tapped though.
Yeah, I also would have been like, here's a fake baby. I'm going back to work. He's the one who went back to work and found a cure for their son. He's like, Monica.
No, honestly. Some people actually do want to work these days. He did a good job.
Damn, shouts out.
What are you feeding your fake robot son while you make him watch this movie?
So, I think you should just probably suck on a battery. No, I actually had a really good, I had a really delicious shredded kale and Brussels sprout salad this past weekend.
That sounds good.
That looked a lot like the greens,
the spinach
that they were eating. So I think you have like a nice hearty green salad, like maybe almost kind of like a slaw, whatever, and just really shovel it in like Haley Joel
green
would.
goddess dressing.
Yeah. But I do think what is most important is I think that the only thing that David could consume that his system would agree with is probably Diet Coke. Like, you could let a robot drink a Diet Coke and that's just going to neutralize with all the other battery acid in there. That's not even, it's undetected. And
I also had a soda.
And then I think like a vodka Diet Coke would not mess up this child at all. So I think that's what you drink. And that's going to taste like battery acid as well. It's going to make you feel gross and unhuman to me.
The only thing that I could think otherwise would be like Mountain Dew, because that's even more battery acid like. I feel like Diet Coke is still a bit of a delicacy if you if you're into the soda. But even a Mountain Dew, I feel like for the soda drinker is a lot.
A Mountain Dew though has, like, if we're doing full sugar Mountain Dew, it's giving soda. To me, the Diet Coke, it's the aspartame fake sugar that gives it that battery acid kind of that weird like up in your sinuses feel. That's what's giving robot to me about Diet Coke.
Okay, I see.
A Diet Mountain Dew sounds like ass, which maybe that's then. That's the solution.
Yeah, I don't know. I am pretty partial to a Red Bull, so any kind of vodka Red Bull, especially with their fun flavors, if you want that aspartame.
Vodka Red Bull actually would go with this movie super well. I hate Red Bull. I think that shit tastes crazy.
I love it.
Every time I try one, I'm like, I cannot believe people drink this. I could not believe it.
Yeah, no, it's bad. Have you ever had a Celsius?
No.
It's even worse.
I can't.
It's horrible.
I can't bring myself to...
I think your skin would peel off knowing you.
I drink full sugar yerba mates, which are like 900% of your daily sugar, but it's real sugar.
That's true.
I don't fuck with that fake sugar shit.
Hell yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I agree with you there, though. Like, some sort of, I said an orange soda for this movie. Ooh. I don't know, it felt very, like, childlike and full of wonder,
yeah.
if you ask me.
Wait, just give a robot an orange soda, and then it knows what it means to be human. Done.
Honestly. I mean,
done.
Hey,
have it go bowling,
yeah.
Have it drink an orange soda and go bowling, and then, like, what else do you need to understand humanity?
Really?
Like a pizza, like a pepperoni pizza, an orange soda, and some mini golf.
Exactly, that's all you need. I was gonna serve a spanakopita with my
spinach,
mine though.
Cute.
Yeah, for the spinach. Well, I'm also in the middle. I'm going away for a couple of days, so I'm cleaning out my fridge right now, and I have like a giant block of feta that I've just been trying to. I love it. I'm into it.
I don't love feta, but I guess
fair enough. You're a goat cheese lady.
I do.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
But yeah, orange soda and some spanakopita sounds like a great time to me.
Or just digging into a block of feta with a spoon. Just raw dogging some feta. It could be nice.
I've had worse snacks.
It could be nice. I like when you have a soft cheese, and then if you have some like salami or pepperoni or whatever in your fridge, and you can kind of just use it as like hand tongs and pick up a bit of soft cheese and snatch it up with the salami as a little snack. You ever do like in the fridge? You're like, no.
You're like, that's not personally part of my routine, but I like that for you.
Give them the 1-2.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Well, no mess. That's a no dishes sort of thing.
Exactly.
But what are you gonna watch after this?
So I have 2 answers that I'm sort of tied.
I also have 2 answers.
I'm sort of waffling between. Are we both gonna say Ex Machina for one of them?
No. Mine in that regard was Companion.
What's that? Oh, the new one with
Jack Quaid one.
I didn't really like that movie. Did you see it?
It's fine.
I saw it for like $5 for like a mystery movie where you went to the theater.
Oh yeah.
And so I was actually quite pleasantly surprised that it wasn't something worse, because I think a lot of
like Novocaine.
Yeah, everything else at the time was like looking really bad. But I just remember being like, okay, yeah, we're doing this, I guess.
Yeah, it was fine.
Sure. But I think Ex Machina sort of achieves the, like, you know, a human wants a robot companion that can achieve humanity, and we want to, you know, achieve true sentience and humanity within an AI, and how can we achieve that? How can we test it? Like that, I think, is a more streamlined and focused exploration of that thesis that I just enjoyed a lot more than this movie. And then my other one was, if you want to just go straight Pinocchio, the Pinocchio of it all is I really love the Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio that is available on Netflix. I
haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming it's good since you're suggesting.
I really like it. It's kind of like it's claymation, and there's this really great like
no wonder
20-minute like short film after showing like I'm all into the production of all the different size Pinocchios and just how they made it and stuff. It's very cool movie.
I'm gonna go ahead and sit my fake robot boy down and make him watch The Sandlot, because that's what it means to be a real boy.
A real boy, yeah. To play some baseball with your friends.
Look at this, you'll never be this, you fucking loser.
A s'more. To make us some
exactly.
more. Yeah, I agree. Love The Sandlot. And then, what are you going to give this movie out of 10? I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 5.
I'll give it a hard 6.
All those 5 points go to like cool effects. Cool robot shit and cool effects, cool set design.
I was gonna say, this movie did make me like. Sometimes I with a movie I'm known to get up and like putter around and like do my dishes and half watch it kind of thing. I was fully sat for the second and third acts for it, so. I was entertained, I'll say that, but I was also very thrown off.
Again, every time
by the third and first act.
Every time I was like getting settled into the story and being like, all right, so this is what we're doing. No, something else. We're doing something else. Like, oh, we're gonna, explore the relationship between like, a disabled kid with robot legs and his robot brother, right? And I was like, this is an interesting thing we could get into, but no. Suddenly, he's not wearing the robot legs anymore. He's fine. I'm like, oh, okay, so we're just moving on from that.
Yeah. He's just gonna bully the shit out of his robot brother.
No, he was right for that. And you were right for listening to This Week of the Swamp. Thank you so much for being here. We're taking next week off. We're chilling, I think, but we're going to be back at the end of the month with some Indiana Jones for you once again with another special little guest. But let us know what we should do in the future, what movies we should check out. If you saw Superman, what do you think of Superman? What do you think of Fantastic Four? Big summer blockbusters happening right now, so let us know if you've been to the theater and what you think. And we love you all. Goodbye and good night.